Good morning, church family. Alex Wooten here in our weekly lesson, our weekly video series, Coffee and a Word. And this week we're talking about sacred interruptions. In Mark chapter 5, verse 21 through 34, it basically says this. Jesus stopped and said, "Who touched my clothes?" Now, we're referring to the woman who was suffering from the 12-year bleed and wanted to get in there, and in her head, she knew that all she had to do was just touch his cloak and something would happen, and he felt the power leave him. Continues on, the woman, knowing what had happened to her, being called out, being healed, came up and fell at his feet, and he said to her, "Daughter, go home, your faith has healed you." Or some variations say, "Daughter, your faith has healed you, go in peace." Now, we as Americans are not huge fans of interruptions. We might be halfway through a task and our phone goes off. In recording videos, sometimes I've had moments where I'm halfway through recording or doing the narration and then somebody texts me or calls me right when I'm about to get started. Or maybe it's you've worked outside all day, you've done all your chores, you've done all the things you're supposed to do, you've been at work, you come home, you put your feet up and, "Mom, Dad, hello, where you at? What are you doing?" You're focused, you're moving, and then life gets in the way. But what if, and stick with me here, I need you to think about this, what if the interruptions are the ministry? In Mark 5, Jesus is on his way to heal a dying girl. This is an urgent thing. It is a very public thing. Everyone is watching this. And then it happens. A woman, sick for 12 years, touches his robe. He could have just kept going. The woman was healed without him saying anything. He could have just kept going because, no time, bigger miracle ahead. But he stops and he says, "Who touched me?" Now think about this. There was a throng of people around him at that moment. A massive amount of people. He was probably being bumped and touched and pulled and the whole way there. But he felt the power come out of him. And in that pause, he sees her. She wasn't in the plan, she wasn't in the schedule, she wasn't the main event, but she mattered. Jesus turns to her and says something nobody else had ever said in a decade. "Daughter." Not stranger, not interrupter, daughter. Your faith has healed you. Go in peace. I know you're thinking, how do you know no one's touched her? Because in the Jewish culture, because she had had a bleed for 12 years, regardless of what it was caused by, she was dubbed unclean. She wouldn't be able to go into the temple. She wouldn't be able to have sacrifices made for her, any of that. She really wouldn't be able around to be near her family even. Similar to how lepers and people with skin diseases and just illnesses, that was just part of it. So I came up with three things that kind of talk about the application of this, and that is we can't rush past people. Interruptions often come dressed as inconveniences, kids, coworkers, questions, delays, but maybe they might be divine appointments in disguise. And secondly, God's never in a hurry, but he's always on time. I believe it was the great gray wizard Gandalf from The Lord of the Rings, and I'm sorry, we're going to get a few of these for the next couple of weeks, who said, "A wizard is never late. He arrives precisely when he means to." Not saying that Gandalf is God, but God's timing is God's timing, and it happens exactly when it's supposed to happen. Jesus stopped and still made it to Jarius' house. God can use your delays for somebody else. Your faith in the wait becomes its own testimony. Thirdly, presence is the ministry. Jesus wasn't just healing bodies, he was restoring identity, connection, worth. She went from being a no one, an outcast, someone who shouldn't be around people or couldn't be around people, to being able to live her life and have everything that she had always wanted to have. And you don't have to fix everyone. Sometimes just stopping to truly, truly see someone's a miracle that they need. So this week, instead of cursing the interruptions, bless them. Ask, Lord, who are you calling me to see today? Because some of the holiest moments that happen tend to happen on the way to the thing we thought was most important. I'm Alex Wooten. This has been Coffee and the Word. God bless.